I'm Samantha Drugel.
And I'm Chancey Boyce. Welcome to the 15th fully live broadcast of Lotus Leaf Live, here remotely from our own homes, where we'll be discussing the news every Friday.
This week, we will be delivering several important school announcements and bringing in the new year.
Today is Friday, January 8th, 2021, and this is Lotus Leaf Live.
Chaos erupted from the U.S. Capitol early Wednesday morning when Trump supporters clashed with law enforcement and broke into the Capitol building. After reclaiming the Capitol, Congress reconvened, certifying Biden's win. Here's Maya Kasperzak to explain this event.
This past Wednesday, January 6th, will go down in history. As members of Congress gathered to certify the counting of the Electoral College votes, pro-Trump protesters began gathering around the Capitol building. What started as just another rally in downtown Washington, D.C., quickly escalated to a full breach of the Capitol building by mid-afternoon. There were various far-right groups involved in the planning of Wednesday's events, one major group being the so-called Proud Boys. President Trump also incited the crowd at an earlier rally, telling his supporters that he will never back down. The rioters faced a little police force until some windows and doors were broken down. Members of Congress were evacuated to locations that were not made public, and staff members of Congress were hiding in closets and bathrooms throughout the building. Participants then stormed into the building and marched through the halls with Trump and Confederate flags, entering various lawmakers' offices and many historical rooms. A group even reached the chambers and sat in front of the podium. Many participants that made it inside the building were arrested or lost in the crowd outside. One attendee was shot inside the building and pronounced dead after being transported to a nearby hospital. President Trump addressed the crowd via his Twitter account in a minute-long video, saying that his participants are special and loved, but should go home. Still, no one went anywhere. Tensions began to rise between participants and law enforcement after efforts were made to back the crowd away from the building and its entrances. The mayor of Washington, D.C. also imposed a 6 p.m. curfew on the city in order to send the protesters on their way, which was quickly approaching. After dark, the crowd became smaller and Congress resumed its confirmation of the Electoral College votes. Speeches and debates lasted late into the night, discussing the legitimacy of certain states' votes, as well as reflections on the day's events. Around 4 a.m., Biden's win was officially secured by Congress. Protesters did disperse for the night, but what is yet to come in the next 2 weeks until Inauguration Day, at the Capitol as well as across the country, is unknown. January 6th will be written about in the next generation's history books, and the attendees of Wednesday's events are on the wrong side of history. Change has never been accomplished by storming the Capitol. This is unpatriotic, this is anti-democracy, and this is not what America looks like.
Around the time of the Capitol breach, results of Georgia's crucial runoff election flowed in, which determined the majority of the U.S. Senate. Democrat Jon Ossoff won against David Perdue by around 35,000 votes, and Democrat Raphael Warnock won against Kelly Loeffler by around 70,000 votes, making him the first African-American from the South elected to this seat. This split the Senate majority 50-50, with Vice President-elect Harris splitting the tie. Democrats now control the House, Senate, and the White House.
Over break, Congress took many battles over the second stimulus check for Americans. A bill was signed into law giving each adult and dependent child under 16 $600, which began to land in bank accounts this week. There are different variations of this round of stimulus checks depending on income limits and tax status. A fight for a $2,000 stimulus check is still going strong in the House and the Senate.
The Semester 1 exam schedule has been posted after a Monday off for MLK Day. Students will return virtually to a 4th hour Tuesday, January 19th at 9 a.m. There will be 2 exams per day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Teachers will have office hours in the afternoons and morning on Friday. There will be no TFT that week. See your TFT teacher or the MHS schedule for the full week's alternate schedule.
After-school tutoring is now being offered with different MHS staff members. To sign up, visit the MPS website and click the link entitled Reading and Math New Year's Challenge. Students who attend the tutoring sessions will automatically be entered into a weekly drawing to win prizes.
Ninth grade students had the privilege of listening to a live interview of a Holocaust survivor, Helena Peabody, on Wednesday, which was organized by English teacher Holly Major. This ties directly into the history and English curriculum, as students have been studying World War II as well as reading the novel Night. Here's a sneak peek.
Well, I was 6.5 when the war broke out, and we first had the Russians, then, and then very shortly afterwards, we got the Germans, and I think that I don't really remember when we came out of Poland, but the Holocaust obviously was over when the Russians liberated us. Again, they tried to find something. What can we do? How can we run away? There was no place. But they came up with this, the friends, they came up with this idea that because we were 3 women, maybe we could get away with false identities as Catholics. But we had absolutely nothing because we were so afraid of being caught. So we came out. No piece of paper, no nothing. Not to give ourselves away. It was so easy to give yourself away. I am comfortably settled. I'm unfortunately widowed, so I'm alone, but I'm me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you first you do because of this and because of that. Now I do because of me. So that gave me a chance to do that. So I think that living longer was very useful.
Health and Occupation Students of America, or HOSA, held its regional competition this year, and the following MHS students placed in top 10. Sarah Taft, Riley Kane, and Dominic Levesque and Gabriella Wood received a first place. All 10 students will be advancing to the state competitions. Congratulations.
Last week's winners of PPI's weekly challenge were Madeline Towler and Brandon Miller. Congratulations. Next week's challenge is to unmute yourself and ask a question or say something positive to a teacher. Make sure to send a screenshot of your unmute button or your positive words in the chat and send them into the Google form given to you by your TFT teacher.
MHS is joining with libraries across the state for a winter adventure activity. The Michigan Library Winter Web Quest is an online activity where students find clues relating to an iconic Michigan landmark that will be stolen on Valentine's Day. Participants who find evidence toward the identity of the thief will be given a chance to claim a reward. Contact Ms. Bullard for more information at bullard@monroe.k12.mi.us.
Though 2020 had its ups and downs, a new year comes with New Year's resolutions. Here are some of our Lotus Leaf staff explaining their own New Year's resolutions.
Happy New Year's, guys. I'm Drake Carr, and I'm here to talk to you about New Year's resolutions. There has been a big difference in people's New Year's resolutions this year compared to last year. People's resolutions this year have been more meaningful. Examples are being more social with people and getting along with people. Last year's resolutions were more materialistic, like going to the gym. My New Year's resolution this year is to be more social, even while social distancing. Now here's some of the staff's New Year's resolutions.
What's up? I'm Maya Kasperzak, and my New Year's resolution this year is to like chill out, and also to graduate and move out.
I'm Tristan Mann, and my New Year's resolution for this year is to be able to spend more time with my family.
My New Year's resolution is to spend less time working.
Hi, I'm Haley, and my New Year's resolution is to do better in school.
I'm Megan, and my New Year's resolution is to be more positive and more patient this year.
Hi, my name is Chancey Boyce, and my New Year's resolution this year is to read more books. I hope I can read at least 7 books. I think that's a good goal. I think I can accomplish that. And that's pretty much about it.
Well, we are certainly glad that the year is over. However, that doesn't mean that the pandemic and its long-lasting effects are over. Remember to wear your mask, social distance, and take care of your mental health. That's all we have for you today. Remember, you're not alone. Try to remain positive and stay informed. Join us next week when we discuss several important school announcements, news updates, and video packages.
We will continue to keep our social media and website updated during these fast-changing times. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media at Lotus Leaf Live. You can read the full stories and more on our website, lotusleaflive.com. I'm Samantha Drugel.
And I'm Chancey Boyce. We hope everyone is staying safe, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for watching.